107.5 WBLS, your number one source for R&B.
I know you retired from doing stand-up, and that's another thing I do in the barbershop. I tell them how, as you one of the greatest comics ever to walk here on this, and I tell them Steve might don't do stand-up no more, but you can hear Steve on his radio show. He's funny because he is what I am, a full-blood comedian. He is the great. Let me ask you something. Do you ever see yourself coming back on, like we have an all-star here in New York? Do you ever see yourself coming hosting something, doing the
man,
any part?
I've been asked that 100 times, man. I might host something, But you know what I always wanted to do, man?
What's that? When
I walked out from stand-up, which has meant more to me than anything, when I walked away, I wanted to walk away on top. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I wanted to walk away while my last show was at the MGM Grand in Vegas, 15,000 people.
Yeah, I was there.
I don't want my last show to be a Saturday night late show, 60 people at a comedy club. Right. And I say good night, and I walk off and fade like that. I always ask God, if I ever walk away from this greatest thing you've given me, could I walk away on top? And he said, if you go now, you'll be on top. I don't want to come back, and do it again. I left it up to y'all, man. You out there rolling around the country. Man, you're going to get this thing built up. They're going to syndicate you. So I know this is business now. Right. They're going to syndicate you, Quake. You're going to put some more segments to your show, some more surefire go-to things that sponsors can attach their money to. Mm-hmm. They're going to syndicate you, and then you're going to be in 70 cities. And then your career, your comedy career gets a whole new set of legs. Because on my morning show, I only toured in the cities I was on in.
Right.
I'm guaranteed to sell out. Dog, I never had not sold out a show, man, in 8 years. And all I do is arenas. I gave up comedy clubs. Ain't enough chairs.
Right.
If it ain't 5,000 seats or better, I wasn't going. And I only tour in the cities that I'm on the air in. And that's the opportunity that you have because it's in your place. See, you can't be nothing else. Right. You can't be nothing else, Quake. Right. The first time I met Earthquake, let me tell y'all a true story. Quake came to see me at a comedy club in Mobile, Alabama. Mm-hmm. Quake was in the Navy. Mm-hmm. I don't know how you imagine him in any military, any armed service of any kind to the country, or I can't imagine him in the Ugandan military, my damn self, as an Idi Amin or nobody. I can't see Quake nowhere with a uniform, but he was. And I told him where I was staying, and I was staying in a hotel where, you pull up in the parking lot and your room is outside.
Right.
And Quake came up and knocked on my door and opened up the door. I looked out the peephole, I saw it was him, and I just met him. He said, man, can I talk to you? He said, man, this is what I want to do. And I sat down and I talked to him, and eventually me and Quake became friends, and I put him on a show somewhere so I could see what he did. Mm-hmm. I saw him one time. I said, man, Lord have mercy. This dude got it. And then Quake used to watch me at this club before he took it over in Atlanta. Mm-hmm. He used to sit in the back and watch me, and he just mastered it. And one day, man, he don't know it, but you was at a gig, and I came in the back of the room, and I looked upstairs. I said, man, Lord Jesus, this dude right here, he got it. Mm-hmm. He has a cadence when he's on stage. Once Quake get on that roll where once he put his knee in your neck, you in a world of trouble, man. And this is going to. He's a combination of me, Bernie Mac. Kevin Hart done took a lot from us. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And this is not I love Kevin Hart. Right. I think that Kevin Hart is the young lion on the block. I think he's the most brilliant cat out there today. Right. But Kevin will tell you, he learned from us.
Of course.
But Bernie is a combination of me, Pryor, Bernie Mac. You can see it. You can hear it. But his weight, man, I was at this gig, and Quake walked out on stage, and we was in we were doing, I think it was Dallas or Atlanta. It was a big fair. Probably 10,000 people in the grass. Quake was out there talking about who is going to marry Coretta Scott King. Because how you follow that? Yo, who marries her? She got to stay single, because how you gonna follow her man? Her man got streets named after him. He got schools. He got his own holidays. Your ass got a truck. You can't drive no truck in America. And I was over on the sideline going, man, I wish I thought of that, man. I wish I thought of it. And I'm spending time talking about this, brother, because I think New York really has landed something here. And Quake, you know, you talk about me all the time and what I did for you. But let me tell you something, man. You one of the dudes that I can really say I'm proud of. That whatever role I played in your success, when it comes to, my daughter just got married. She told Quake in the other room over there, she said, you my husband's favorite comedian. I paid for his wedding. And he come talking about Quake is his damn. And I damn, you know, damn, got a little mad. I got tight, you know. Ain't talking about nothing. And so, man, I just wanted to say, man, how proud I am of you, man, and watch you reinvent yourself on radio like this. And
thank you.
And come along, man, and just keep upping the game, man. Just keep upping it. I don't care how good they tell you are. Tomorrow, find a way to be better than you was yesterday. That's all I try to do, man.